Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Fong. Thinking right out here in the lab in the wee hours of the morning, where I do what I do for you. I got something nice for you today, so let's get to the book and get this party started. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I really appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do, though. Right Thinking mission. I'm on it. Is to inspire, enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate all individuals to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, knowing yourself a little bit better. Right Thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. It's rhetorical, but if you had an answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. Person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to Mayat, be true. I'm trying to get you to understand, right thinkers, how to harness your aspects of your personality, which I'm breaking down to you right now in the tree of life. That's the purpose of the Anoian theology, to teach you how to what? Use the force. Okay? So, right thinkers, let's talk about attaining enlightenment is the highest goal of life. You do that by how? Harnessing your cosmic forces, aka the God and Goddess aspects of your personality for self-mastery, aka to know thyself. Everything I do, everything I give you is to get you to what? Know you. That's my mission. That's my intent. That's what I do for you. So let's go. I gave you a little bit about the other part about the Star Wars, how my man George Lucas used the concept. Okay, I'm glad that came up. I'm going to get that out of the way. But he showed the world, it can work. Luke used the Force. Jedi warriors was the good guys. Darth Vader in the Force, the Dark Force, was the bad guys. You just can't have all good guys. You just can't have all bad guys. There wouldn't be no competition. That's why we got Maya. And everything outside of God, everything in this realm is going to have an equal opposite in order for it to exist. Okay, so get that out the way. Hope you understand it. Now let's get to the lesson. So, however, watch this. The harnessing of the cosmic forces is what we're going to talk about right now. For the purpose of what? Performing psychic feats, meaning they get insight, get clairvoyance. People want to channel the past experiences, past ancestors, all that stuff done in the head. Okay, those are feats, but it's neither necessary nor a prerequisite for what? For you obtaining enlightenment. Those are all advanced, special people who practice that. All you need to do is know thyself. You ain't got to go to the extremes. You ain't got to do what I got to do. I feel compelled to do this, so that's why I'm doing it. But my goal is to get you to understand you. That's it. That's it. Ain't no hidden agenda. Now, in life, the highest goal of life is to what? Know thyself. Why? That way you stop repeating this physical life and you go on eternity in the spiritual life. Y'all call it heaven. I don't care what you call it, but I'm trying to give you understanding. So at least whatever you call it, you can get there. Okay, my goal is to get you there. What you call it, do what you want. But, and watch this. And just because you know about, I know about Haru, I know about comedic concept, yeah, I know about Maya, don't know Jack. Again, just because you know about the Force, that does not mean that you have what? any control of it. Knowing about something, yeah, but are you into it? If that's what you do, now you're going to get into something and learn something, what, for yourself. And what happens? You personally, yourself, can attain control of it, what, the force. I love when Luke couldn't bring his ship out of the water. He had training, he was getting stuff together, he getting better. But again, if I'm the master of what I'm showing you how to do it. You're getting better because you learned it from me. You think I don't really have it together? And Yoda showed him why he failed. Why? I use the force all the time, anytime. It don't make a difference. Size don't make a difference. None of that. Remember the fight with David? Had to go fight Goliath. He wasn't concerned with the size. See, again, if you put away all the nonsense, handle your business, you'll be fine. That's what the force teaches you. And he learned it, but the first time he failed, when Yoda pulled that ship out the thing, Luke said, I can't believe what I just saw. He said, yeah, that's why you failed. Moving on. These are all mental, logical concepts that you can practice and manifest and master for yourself. That's all I'm trying to explain to you. Anybody got to go around being Yoda, raising fish out the water, but you will at least be able to walk upright, conduct yourself in a respectful manner where people will respect you for how you conduct yourself, not for what you do, who you are, no, for how you do. That's it. That's the real personality. That does not mean that no food, but watch this. But what happens? But that has to be what? To control it, it has to be worked on, a.k.a. practice putting your work in. Like a little annoyed. Now, this is the good part. Pay attention. Okay? Yet, even if you can control the forces, we call it it. Do you have it? Oh, I was told a long time ago, man, you got it. Okay, well, I get it. But even to a great extent, what happened? That does not mean that you have attained its wisdom. Having it, good. Manifesting it and having other people see it and recognize it, that's the whole purpose of having. Why having you can't show it off? Why have knowledge if you can't express it? Why get muscles if you can't show them off? Why wear fancy clothes and get all dressed up if you don't want nobody to see you? Excuse me. But there are two important components needed to what? To attain spiritual enlightenment. Pay attention. First one, the attainment of wisdom of the principle and the mastery over its use. When you get knowledge, you should profess it, okay? Use it, and then share it. I'm here every day doing the same thing. That's what I do. And what I'm getting at is, watch this, that the knowledge of something, we call it, the force. I'm giving you the breakdown of God and Goddess. All these are aspects of every character. So as you get the knowledge of each one, take one at a time. You can't serve but one master. And as you doing this, you understand. Watch this. Once you obtain the knowledge of it, now the wisdom of what? The cosmic forces, ding, 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 of the principles that comes first. And then what? The mastery over it. Why? The daily practice, manifesting. That's how. And what happens? The power comes next. Ooh, you have no idea how powerful you is while you're practicing to gain the power, to obtain the power. So you don't know until what? You obtain it and practice it. So the knowing of it is the first stage. You have to learn. Listen, reflect, meditate, implement. This is important. Why? Because the outcome could be destructive if not done correctly or in reverse, meaning you're going to put the cart before the horse. How would it be, perfect example, to put a driver in the car before they was what? Taught how to drive. We got driving schools, we could drive that for that reason. Why? You need to know the rules. You need to understand how the car operates. All those things you need to know. And everybody who drive before they get behind the wheel have to go through the same test. Just like life. Certain things you need to know. Right from wrong, good stuff, bad stuff. Understand life. And now the decision making becomes you. You're in control. And many people can produce. Okay. But now many people can produce music. Not me. But without wisdom, here we go. Hip hop started out information, keeping us abreast of what's going on in the hood. They done took it to a whole nother level. It ain't hip hop no more. Moving on, but this is the whole purpose of when you know music. Without wisdom, this is what it turns into. They produce music that is what? Commercial. Just get a lesson. Not being commercial don't mean you ain't good. Commercial mean everybody just, they gravitate to it. Or mainstream. Don't need none of them. Okay, that don't mean nothing except they gonna make you, and guess what? They are fickle. I love you, my fans, but y'all some fickle people. So I'm not here to appease or please or entertain you. I'm here to enlighten you. So I'm not caught up in a whole bunch of, what do they like me? That I could care less. And I get your negative reports. My man, when I'm teaching. I'm not here to debate with you about what you can prove about Christianity. I told you, you have no proof. You gonna tell me you ain't got none. I'm proving you ain't got none. Moving on. Nonsense. Again, I deal with that, but it's all good. When you obtain, many people who produce the music today is without wisdom. Why? They produce music that is commercial and what? Egoistic and self-serving. I know more about all these kids, how many girls in their hair, how much money they done got, how many cars they got, I don't need to know that about you. Could care less. But that's the non-wisdom. So you're talking from ego. Everything is me. I see it in the women. Or if y'all don't want to be sex symbols, or just stop doing what you're doing, parading around naked and twerking your butt. That ain't. Moving on. Get out that lesson. That's not got that coming up. But watch this. Most of the music now is ego, aka self-serving. Into what? Make themselves rich. But if you that ignorant to give them money for doing that, you can't fault them. I don't fault Trump. No, I fault the people who give him the power to do what he's doing. Moving on. But that's the idea. People got to help you. I'm doing good stuff. Anybody here to help me? If I'm doing that, I have a bunch of help, so I don't get caught up and involved in that. But the concept is they do it for the money. Even if it's what? Injurious to what? The listener. You got young people doing stuff that they hear the rappers do. Well, I thought they was gangsters. See? Ignorance. Moving on. But a wise person would produce music. And when we get involved in music business 56 years ago, you had to be good. You had to be the triple threat. Sing, dance, and perform. Okay? And act. Those are performers. Now you got a one-horse or one-trick pony. They never did nothing. You got one thing. Once you do that one, you got nothing else? No? Really? That's it? Okay, but that's the concept. And good music is not produced commercially. Why? It ain't viable, yet it's elevating to the listener. I still play McFadden and Whitehead. Those are music that made sense to us. I have okay, the last person I did with hip-hop was Mommy Cube and 50 Cent. Why? I can relate to what they said. The rest of that stuff, I had no idea. I really can't get into that. So I got young kid I listen to now. White boy. I said, my man, I ain't gonna problem. What you're saying, I can hear. I can follow the concept. And the beat, the music, and the scenery behind him, all that match. So you can see he spent time to do that. I respect that. But just, I'm in my music, I did that, I got me, Chris. I don't want to hear that nonsense. Been there, done that. But a wise person has what? Self-mastered the wisdom and the usage of their gift. In this case, over the force of what? Music. Mine's the force of teaching. I'm an educator. All I do is study, learn, acquire information. Why? So I can teach it to those who want to learn what I know. Before I give it to you, I'll put my work in to get it. That's the difference. So now, of course, from our perspective of the teachings, the mastery over the forces, in order to use them properly, you have to put in work. In what? Day-to-day living. And that's important. Why? Because the knowledge and wisdom of spiritual enlightenment comes through living it. If I didn't live what I professed, what's the sense of professing it? If your preacher ain't living what he preaching, why are you following him? Conceptually. But everything relating to the things that transcend this world of time and space is of most importance. Why? Because it's all up here. Time and space is physical. Eternal is mental. Astral is up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Where? Up in here, up in here, up in here. So I get a little excited, but Yeah, I'm having fun because I'm teaching a concept that I live. I love it. Why? If you practice it, you love it too. That's why. So let me raise this up for you. I got you. Now, if you were to discover, aka master yourself, but what? Through the knowledge of my principles, right thinking philosophy, but it comes from Kemet, tree of life, Mayat, Shita Nada, Smatawi. It's all philosophy from our ancient ancestors out of Kemet. Okay, they all will lead you to what? Self-understanding and getting a better understanding of what? The entire creation. That's why I start with the creation story. Why? That's the beginning. That's why. In the entire universe, and you have full understanding of the entire creation and said universe. Why? Now, when you taught it, you understand it, you study it, you understand also what? The ultimate and the cause that the ultimate source comes from. And we said before, in the Anuian philosophy, is Ra, who emerges from the transit Nebercha. I showed you him. That's a little guy with everything. He encompasses everything as a god. So everything he needs. That I told you about Meher, the mighty fool one, the royal cow. Okay, she the one that says, I gave birth to Ra. And fellas, we worship a female god. Stop the ego nonsense, man. I could care less about that. I know the facts, I know the truth. So what you think and feel means nothing to me. Get the truth, understand the truth. That way you can live by it. Watch this. You had Nebercha, which is the male, female encompassing. Then you had me, her. She gave birth, etc. But not this. Now on another level, which is raise your consciousness, understanding this ain't the kindergarten stuff no more. No, you're in grammar school, my man. You're in the upper room. Knowing them means what? Knowing yourself. That's why I get a little excited. Because there's an end game. There's an end game to learning the aspects of your God and God's character. And by using them, the end game is you will know yourself. Because, watch this, the essence of creation of all things is you. How about that? Or your higher self. Again, still you. Or even, you can call it your deeper self. Whatever you call it, it's still you. But you just don't know that. My job is to get you to know that about yourself. That's it. And knowing, again, the principles also allows you to have personal insight to what? Nature of the principles and of its effects in your life as what? As well. If you know them, if you practice them, I tell you, I just do right, live right. Why? Because I get blessed on a whole other level. I don't have to prove that to you. I ain't got to tell you about that. I'm just spending to you. You have your own. Why? Because that's how you get it. That's what I'm telling you. Okay? All right? I can share mine. That's what me and my pastor do every morning. Share the blessing that we had the previous day. That's called reflecting. Moving on. But most people are what? Ignorant, a.k.a. unaware of how the cosmic forces work and driving through their lives. They don't have a clue. Perfect example. My spiritual mother. My mother-in-law, never married a daughter, but she's been my mother-in-law spiritually since I met her 50 years ago. She has a perfect lifestyle that she didn't go to college. She didn't learn nothing about comedic lifestyle. She just lived what her parents taught her. And she said, just doing wrong and bad things just to make me feel good. So she didn't relish in her lower level. She always rise above. Since I known her, she's been a giver and she's still giving. Blind, 85 years old, and still helping other people out. Love that. That's what I'm talking about. Self-mastery. Oh, and she know. She got it. Why? I broke it down for her. She know now. She live my eye. When you do something, you might not know what it is, but when they tell you, when you tell somebody what you did, oh, they can tell you what it is. That's how our relationship is. She tell me, and I break it down for a while. I got the knowledge of it. She got the experience of it. We put that together. We just have a ball. Okay. Moving on. Now, when you have the forces and control that some people don't have a clue about it, okay, again. But if you're living and doing, they will what? Take care of you, unbeknownst to you. Watch this. So they move on in life, what? Without knowing, thinking life is what? Uncontrolled, unfathomable, a river in which what? They became swept up in, and they have no control over their situations in life. That is wrong thinking. That's ignorance. They think that that's not what's really going on, but they don't know no better. That's why I'm here to do what I do for you. Wrapping it up. This path of what? Mastery over right thinking philosophy teaches you mastery over your principles represented by each god or goddess, which is an aspect of your personality, and thereby you becoming what? Like them. Not like Mike, like the gods. The same philosophy, all right? Or rather, now you actually discover your divinity where? Within yourself. I'm going to stop right there because that just says it all right there. If you practice what I teach, you'll discover for yourself who you are, and you know that you are God. You and God are one. Everything from the one. And if you get wise and understand that, you'll go back to be part of the one. Y'all call it heaven. That's the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Try to get across harnessing your God and goddess aspects to make you what? Master of oneself. It's hard work, but it can be done. I did it. I ain't really that good, but I try hard. I give good effort. Let's go. Wrapping it up, right thinkers. May you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers who know themselves passed away. I'll be back. You know what I do.